Hi. Traffic, runway 30, report KMBR.
Still got that good headwind too.
Traffic,
Oh yeah.
11 o'clock and about.
Trust me, you'll like this. You'll like the takeoff.
400 to narrow.
So trim set, count flaps open,
yep.
fuel both, mixture full.
Looking for
Heels on the floor.
KMBR.
Don't touch the brakes.
Flight 6, runway 30.
I'm just waiting to call him. Tower, good afternoon. Skyline 9747 Hotel, run up area, ready for departure.
Runway 9747 Hotel, Second Tower, taxi up 2, hold short, runway 30.
Hold short 30, 9747 Hotel. Just hold us hold short, just like you mentioned for that guy landing.
Yeah, I see him.
Roger, very much.
This airport's a little different. They actually, your clearance limit is the run-up area, and then you're supposed to actually call tower, and they will tell you to go forward.
I'll have to remember that. This is my home airport on my simulation, and
Oh, okay.
it took me a while. I'll have to remember that. Because there's only one runway here, correct?
That's correct.
So,
539er traffic.
Alright, so we check our windsock again. Still have a nice headwind.
yeah.
539er inside, we'll follow them.
Alright, oil pressure and temperature looking good. Well, our rotation speed's about 50 knots. So when we get to about
Airspeed's
here...
coming up. She's alive now. Rotate. Nice.
There we go, man.
Skyhawk for Palo Alto.
Still looking, 6 months away.
539er, submit the base, 700 feet.
I mean, this thing climbs, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Like, Jesus.
That was quick.
That's a good vertical speed there.
Oh yeah. What was that? It's about 800 feet.
Yeah, and I mean, we're only at, what, about 6 degrees?
Oh, if that. Yeah, but looks, the altitude here says more like 10, but it's probably a little bit lower.
Gotcha.
And he's like, yeah, it does. And I said, well, it's, it's probably the trim. So I said, let me, adjust that for you. And I did. And he was like, oh, that's way better. And I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty intuitive. It seems to almost fly itself.
You will straight and level, but like I said, other than that, you kind of have to, self-adjust it, I guess. All right, so Golden Gate Bridge, 12, more like 1 o'clock. It's very much, I don't want to say it's hit and miss, but, there's times where you see him, there's times you don't.
I understand.
And I'd probably turn this off to the right here, just kind of to avoid some of the terrain. We'll probably get bumped, we'll get a bump or two here. Not dangerous, obviously, but just kind of that way we can, Jules can get some better shots when the wind comes up a little bit here.
How's that?
I'd say that's probably good. It's cool because you can see like the bridge and the city in the background, so.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh no, you don't. Come back up here. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm fighting with it anymore. That's good. It feels nice and smooth.
Okay, good.
Transfer, radar services are terminated. Foxy fire, frequency change for good day.
Yeah, turns and everything are looking really good, man. You're really smooth, which is good. Obviously, we don't want to jerk it around too much.
Give him this tap a right rudder. There we go. A little bad pressure there. There we go. Cool.
Alright, cross to your right, and then grab 19 and force the bow.
Alright, so coming over the Coliseum below us?
Yeah, pretty much we're about mid-wing.
Runway 28
Okay.
left, clear to land. But that's 86 flight, clear to
And then
land.
what he told us is once we come over the Coliseum, we're going to proceed to the mid-span of the bridge, which is kind of, pretty much out in the middle.
Gotcha.
And taxi behind the runway, over. Stationary
Is that Lake Chabot?
That's Lake Chabot.
That's where we live.
Oh, okay. Oh, so maybe you can't see your house.
Yeah,
Yep, that's probably going into SF.
Yeah, I got two of them actually. Both
Okay.
of them look like they're...
Oh, there they are. Yep.
Traffic 4 mile finals of CRJ 1500.
And then the traffic you saw here off to our left
Yeah, I
is
see 'em
descending
now.
below us. It's like a Southwest jet for Oakland Airport.
Yeah, I see them. Don't mind us, Captain.
Right base entry.
Report spin plan for the right base entry, 9747 Hotel.
I'd rather not do the 45.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not bad. I just think it's a little easier, especially, there's a little bit less maneuvering, but if you kind of see those buildings, like kind of straight ahead, right out on the end of the waterway, it's called the Cessena.
Yeah.
You know, once you've been flying for like 10 years and you don't do, you know, it's not really like, oh, I'm not going to do that, you know. The cool thing is sometimes we go right under like the big Airbuses and stuff coming in, so it's like, it's a trip looking up and seeing like something that you're like 1,000 feet from. You're just like, whoa.
I could only imagine.
30, report a mile south. That's traffic 30, report mile south.
Yeah, definitely cool to see it though, for sure.
Gotcha.
Alright.
2, Roger, approved.
So we're slightly off to the right, so I'm just going to kind of ease her over to the right here. And I'm going to start reducing the power a little bit more. I'm going to trim nose up just a little bit here just to bleed off some airspeed. The ideal approach speed of this plane is about 70 knots, so we're a little bit quick, but that's okay. We're right on what's called our glide path. Which you can see by those those two lights right on the side. The far one's red and the near one is left, or white.
White, which is what you want, right?
Right. The saying goes, red over white, you're all right.
Red over white, you're all right. That's right. I remember that now. So I see. So if you're too steep, you wouldn't be able to see one set of those lights.
If you were too high, they'd both be white. And if you were too low, they would both be red. Yep. We're airborne again. There we go. We're done. That's what I mean. She loves to fly. So just because I don't like to lock the brakes, we're just going to kind of ease her down, and we're going to go all the way down to the end.
Okay.
That's landing with the power all the way back. Now you can imagine if we had the power in, we would we'd be airborne for like the whole. It'd be like a low approach.
Be limited parking this frequency.
Limited parking with you, 9747 Hotel. Thanks.
San Carlos Tower, Cirrus 520 Yankee Zulu at Slack, inbound.